Think about you as a person. What is your current style? When you're performing on stage, you do not want to think about your clothes. Something that will be memorable to your audience. When you look at the artist wheel, there is a combination of colors that are complementary or analogous. I still carried my own personal style that I loved, which was preppy with a bit of edge. It's cute, but it's nerdy. They never have grown back the same way, so please do not pluck your brows. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. If you happen to stumble across my channel, it's probably for a reason. So what I'm going to talk about today is creating artist aesthetic, creating your own artist aesthetic and your own brand and where to start. Now, if you're still trying to figure out what exactly your brand is as an artist, if this is completely new to you, being a part of the entertainment industry or media, then it's something that you really need to sit down and think about with yourself. So what I do recommend are a few things. What is the current genre of music that you enjoy, listen to, versus who you are as an artist? What are the type of genres you like to create and collaborate with in terms of production and musicians, and that you're trying to put out there? Think about you as a person. What is your current style? Having said that, what are some styles you actually like? So this is a combination of collecting and researching online. Pinterest is a great tool for developing art boards. So I do recommend creating a free account and going on and putting together a mood board or art board that is specifically on style that you enjoy or artist style that you want to develop. When you figure out what your current style is versus how you want to express yourself as an artist, you can kind of mesh them together. Now, I'll give you an example. For me, my artist name is the Prof, and that is based on my actual job as a professor. So I am a professor in real life, and so I wanted to kind of play up on that in my artistry and kind of play on the stereotypical prof. These are the glasses that I wear sometimes, not always. Sometimes I have a few different frames, but these are one of my favorites because they're kind of nerdy. It's cute, but it's nerdy. It's got that little metal in the middle, in between, and it's very thin frame, round frame, which I really like. I do have a couple more, but I like to use this one. These are my real glasses, like I can see with these ones, but I have ones that are actually, I have ones where I took out the actual lens. So there's no lens in it. It's just the frame that I use for either pictures, especially photo shoots, because glasses do have a bit of a glare. So I do that, and sometimes I've worn it just frames with no lenses at performances, and people are looking at me like, is there anything in there? I'm like, no, there's nothing. It's just a part of my look tonight. So when I first started with my artistry and putting together the Prof and the way the Prof is going to look, I still carried my own personal style that I loved, which was preppy with a bit of edge. And of course, I found inspiration from other artists that I enjoy listening to or growing up with. So Gwen Stefani is one of those artists that I absolutely loved her style since the 90s, 2000s, and even today. I love the combination of rock, but also edge, still feminine, but has some masculine mixture qualities as well in the brand. She's known for her red lips. She always had the red lips since the 90s, and the very thin 90 brows that, I mean, the reason why I plucked my brows was because of Gwen Stefani. Do I regret plucking my brows? Yes, I do. They never have grown back the same way, so please do not pluck your brows. But she also had this tomboyish, but feminine style, rock and edge, which I loved about her style. So at first it was very stereotypical. You know, the glasses, the blouse. I even wore a tie, and I still do sometimes, the tie. So I like to accessorize, and the hats. I love wearing hats as an artist. So fedora hats, it just gives the extra feminine and masculine feel that I so enjoy so much blended in together. So the structure of the blazers, and I also love the blazer dresses that are so popular, were so popular this summer, and also playing up with the glasses and the hair and just adding some feminine elements to it. And I'm not afraid of color. I love stripes. I'm gonna link up a couple pictures here so you can see what I'm talking about. I am not afraid of color. I still quite enjoy the achromatic color scheme, which is black, white, or gray. And so there's many colors that I enjoy, and I don't wanna limit myself or create a bubble for myself, or these are the colors I'm going to stick to. However, there are some key pieces that I enjoy incorporating in my look, which tend to be the glasses, the tie, the hat. And I don't like to wear it all at the same time, but when I really want to, go and exaggerate a little bit, when I have a photo shoot, for example, or I'm in a music video, then I pull out basically everything. So when it comes to your style, be authentic with who you are. So the last thing you want to do is be uncomfortable with what you're wearing. So when you're performing on stage, you do not want to think about your clothes. That's the last thing you want to think about. You will never, ever, ever find me on stage with 10-inch heels or platforms. Because first of all, I don't really wear heels. They actually bother my feet when I go out. So I'm always a sneaker type of, flat type of shoe type of girl. And I prefer that when I'm my day-to-day life. So on stage, I'm not going to be wearing 9-10-inch heels or boots, but I will have a bit of a mini heel or a bit of a platform that's shorter, not so long, because I don't want painful feet by the end of the evening. I don't want to think about my clothes when I'm performing. I don't want to show that I'm uncomfortable in any way, and that will definitely come across, and people will feel what I feel in the moment. So I don't want to give that vibe that I'm uncomfortable just because my clothing is uncomfortable. There's also color. Color, you have to think about color and color combinations, which there's a bit of psychology behind color. And I do teach color theory. That's one of the courses I do teach. So I could put out another video on color theory specifically, but you have to think about color in terms of what is complementary. So when you're starting to put together your outfits, what is complementary to each other? So what I do recommend is going on Google and Googling artist wheel. The artist wheel has 12 hues. Hues means color. When you look at the artist wheel, there is a combination of colors that are complementary or analogous, tetrad, there's triad. There's so many different combinations that you can go with. That's another video if you're interested in color theory, because there's also psychology, subconscious psychology that is surrounded by these colors. And more so in Western culture, each of these colors means something to us and affect us subconsciously, even though we don't know it, they actually really do. And a lot of brands out there use that to their advantage because they know this, and they use that to get us to feel certain emotions towards their brand. Take a look at the color wheel, the 12 hue color wheel, and take a look at some of the meaning behind some of these colors. When you come up with your artist name, if you have an artist name, the whole idea behind this is to something that will be memorable to your audience. So what is going to make them remember you? What's going to make you different from other artists? We can talk about some of these icons that have done evolution of their brand and of their looks over the years. So Madonna is one of them. If you look at some of her past music videos and pictures, you can see that she really evolved as an artist. And she had different colors of hair, different ways of doing her makeup, but she was always true to her edgy type of style. Ariana Grande is another one. She was known for her high, slick back ponytail, but at the same time, her very feminine and cute type of baby doll dresses that she wore with her basically knee-high or thigh-high boots. Very cutesy, babyish, but at the same time, very feminine as well. Then we have artists like Enrique Iglesias. If you've ever seen him perform live, he always wears the same thing. So it's like this cap, he's either wearing a cap or some kind of hat with just a basic t-shirt and just jeans sometimes, or I've seen him wear leather pants before or dark pants. He typically wears one color almost, like a monochromatic color. So that kind of feel. then that seems to work for him. I really do enjoy talking about all of this, and I really want to thank you for passing through. If you're not a current subscriber, please subscribe, and I'm hoping to motivate, to inspire, to entertain you in some sort of way. So I'll see you all soon. Ciao.